Now, for all my supply and demand zone traders out there, those that are specifically looking for great setups where there's aggressive areas of buying and selling, where the market is breaking through areas of structure, meaning taking out lows or running highs. Here's a very easy Emini S&P 500 strategy that I have developed and been using for many years. And you hear me talk a lot about it here on my channel, especially for all those who've been watching. Now, if you are someone new to the channel, maybe even a beginner who's taking interest in trading the future markets, this is a very easy strategy. It's not complex at all. Again, like I said, I shared it and multiple times here on the channel, and I really go into detail about the strategy in relation to the trades that I actually take on our Discord. You'll find where, if you're interested in joining, the link is in the description. But there is a channel on there. It's titled The Trading Floor. So like, I'll post trades of my the setups that I take surrounding supply and demand, and then I'll break them down for private community, which I'll talk about towards the end of the video because it's very inexpensive. But that's really why I go into detail about this strategy, and I'll walk you through setup after setup and so much video content, because as you should know by now, the market is always changing, evolving. It's never going to just, it doesn't do the same thing even every single day. You'll find where setups may look different one day from the next, and some days the markets will be cleaner, other days they will not be. So this is why using this very easy S&P 500 entry strategy, which I'm going to talk to you about today, is a way to be able to look for opportunity within the markets trading this particular market. Now, the strategy surrounding supply and demand, which I'm going to share with you, it doesn't matter what you trade, meaning what instrument, what contract, it is universal. Okay, so let's say you had an interest in trading the micro version, which is the MES or the MNQ of the indices, or some micro version of any other particular asset class within the futures, then it works just as well, because supply and demand, again, like, is universal. Now, but one thing for sure in which you may see that in my style, how I trade versus most people, a lot of traders are using time-based charts. I use range bar charts. Okay, so I like to use what's called multi-chart confluence, meaning it's just nothing more than just top-down analysis, starting with a higher base chart and then scaling down to a lower chart. Now, with that being said, on the ES, which is the Emini S&P 500, what I like to do is always identify structure, okay, because it's very important. So you may be asking, what does that mean? Market structure is where you're looking at your charts, analyzing what is the trend taking place before your eyes. Okay, you want to be able to understand that if the market is moving to the downside, where we're breaking below lows, all right, even though you see some pullbacks, we broke below that low there. So if we're breaking new lows, moving to the downside, and it's constantly breaking what's called structure breaks, then we only want to be looking for opportunities to key areas of supply zones. Okay, that's where the market is making aggressive selling, coming out of a particular zone and breaking structure, coming lower. And that's where you may have, you see those big red candles just flushing to the downside, and then it may take out a low, right? Well, that's a break of structure. And from that area where it starts pushing real hard to the downside, where those big red candles that are at, within some swing, there is going to be a supply area that we're going to take interest in and looking for an opportunity to go short. Now, as you can see, we are moving to the downside here, breaking structure to the breaking structure lower. All right, so you can see where we're taking out lows here, a low here, and the market continues pushing lower. This is where the market ended up in yesterday's trading session. Now, just for example, over the last few days, after the market took out this major low right here from May the 8th, there was like a pullback to a supply area here. There was one prior to that right here. There's another one right here. So what we want to do is identify the structure breaks within the market. So the market had a run to the downside here, and then it had a little, nice little channel to the upside where it was bullish. So it's making these higher highs, higher lows, and we're breaking structure as we take out like this high here, that one there, and that one there. So that's a reversal right there on a short-term bullish directional push back to the upside. But then we get a push coming back lower to where the market is making this lower channel to the downside, making lower lows and lower highs. And then it pulls back, and then we break structure, coming to the downside below that area there. So this is a key area or a nice area of supply right there. So let's say, for example, that as long as we are trending in one particular direction, now we're bearish to the downside here, we got a supply area here. I would mark that up on my higher base chart to start with. Okay, so again, identifying structure is the key to understanding understanding which way the market is actually flowing. So then from the second thing that we want to look for is, okay, now we know that we are directionally pushing to the downside trending. So let me look for an opportunity to where we got aggressive selling, like I just mentioned, where those big red candles coming to the downside here, and we take out a low. So we got lows being taken out coming to the downside here, right? And right there, eventually when it comes and breaks right here. Then we got a little pullback, market comes down, we break below this low right here. And this is the last area where the market created a supply zone, meaning aggressive selling, where the market broke below the most previous low. So that is a straight structure break. A structure break is nothing more where the market is either taking out and breaking a high or taking out and breaking a low. So it breaks this area structure right here, and then we look for a pullback to a key area of supply. We're bearish, right? So supply. So then as the market retraces back to this zone here that we have marked up. So again, structure, figure out the trend or figure out the direction first. Then when you see the structure being taken out or broken below a high or low, look for the supply area to mark up. So I'll mark it up on my higher base chart. Then what you do is just move down to, let's say, for example, a lower base chart. So this is called chart confluence. Marking up, finding the direction and marking up the zones first on a higher base chart. Higher base zones are going to hold a whole lot more than trying to just scalp directly off one chart, say a lower base chart. Like if I was to look at my 12 range chart, which is my entry chart, I'm not going to be looking for opportunities most all times to just be trading directly off that chart. I prefer to find the higher base zone setup that I can wait patiently for the market to retrace to, mark it up on my higher base chart, because I know this area here is going to hold a lot more because there's less choppiness, and this is a greater area of supply right here that is going to hold up if the market pulls back to it. But then what will happen is I'll mark that up on my higher chart as the market's retracing back to that zone. I'll just scale down to a lower base chart to find an opportunity or entry. So again, this is on the Emini S&P 500. Now we're looking for an entry using a strategy to actually go short. So this was on May the, let's see here. Actually, this was during the overnight session between May 18th and May 19th. So we're in the wee hours of the morning, early hours of the morning on, March 19th. So let's go to that time period there, which was Thursday, I believe. Let's look for it right quick. Right there, yeah, in this area right here. So no, we're not quite at the 12 o'clock mark on the 19th quite yet. We're still on the 18th, but we're in the Globex session of March the 18th. Okay, I believe it's the 18th. Yeah, the 18th. Okay, so this is that zone right here. Okay, that's the higher base zone that is marked up right there with that aggressive selling where we broke structure. So a couple of things. You want to figure the trend out first, right? Then once you identify the trend, you're looking for a structure to be broken, okay? To where it's taking out a low, and then you're looking for an area where the supply area is. In this case here, because we're bearish, mark it up on your higher base chart. Then I just go down to a lower base chart. I'm waiting for the market at this point to basically retrace back to the zone, okay? And that's what's going on here, all right? So it retraces back and taps into a high probability supply zone here, okay? Then what I'll do is once it does that, I'm either looking for where there may be a supply setup within the higher base zone that I can mark up on a lower base chart. So meaning a smaller base 12 range supply zone that is high probability, meaning it hasn't been tapped yet, that is resting on the inside of the higher base 60 range zone. Zone that I have marked up right here. If there is, then I'll look for rejection to go short. If not, then I'll just have to wait for the market to do what? To start breaking down to the downside, where it's making like a push to the downside, pulling back a lower high, break it and making a new low. So basically where it's creating a area of supply in which I can continue taking the trade in the same direction as the higher base chart. Now, in this case here, as you can see, the market taps the zone here. Okay, the higher base zone here, pushes down, it pulls back. Now this is an area of demand, not demand, but supply right here. I'm just going to show you this because this is an initial push with aggressive selling to the downside. So that's supply. So you can look for a pullback to this area here to take the trade in continuation to the downside. Now the question is, okay, if I look at this, I take this, and again, we're back at the high probability supply zone of the higher chart. We've marked up a smaller area of supply on the lower base chart, which is 12 range chart, and this is the entry chart. It pulls back. Where do I place my stop if I get into this trade once it rejects that 12 range supply zone? Right here. I'm going to get to the trade. Let's blow this up a little bit. Oops, sorry. Let's do this. Right here on the break of that candle right there at 66.88 and say 3/4 or 66.89, okay? All right, and the stop loss goes on the back end here at 66.92. This is a very, very easy strategy, guys. All you're doing is looking for multi-chart confluence where you got the same type of setup, a similar setup, supply on the higher base, supply on the lower base, all right? And then taking the trade in the direction of the higher base chart. So stop loss goes on the back end here at 66.92. I always give myself like somewhere between 3 and 4 points on the NASDAQ, okay, for as far as a stop, all right? We don't want the market to basically break above the supply area in this case here, or it's invalid. So once we get into the trade here at 66.88 and 3/4, I'm aiming for what? I'm looking back at my higher base chart and looking to aim to fill the imbalance is coming back to the downside where the market retrace back to the upside. So there's an imbalance on this candle here. This one here has already been filled, coming back to this area here. So you can look for opportunity where the market will, all right, basically in this area here, reject at 66, 88. Look forward to at least come back down and fill the imbalance here, say at 76, 70, 75 area, knowing that it could possibly react right here because that's the first area where it's filling this first area of imbalance at. It could pull back right there, and then maybe if you get another bearish candle to the downside, you can look forward to come down and take that low out. Because that's ultimately what we're looking to do is to take the most recent low that it actually created on the retracement to look forward to take it back out, going back to the downside. So again, these type setups where we're looking for supply within supply, we're looking for the market to take out, first fill gaps coming back down to the downside or imbalances, and then take out the low, okay, that it came back off of on the retracement. That's simply all it is, guys, when it comes to trading the Emini S&P 500 using this entry strategy. Very, very, very easy. Again, we're just marking up supply and demand zones off of 2 charts, one off the higher base and one off the lower base. So hopefully that makes sense. But again, this is how I trade each and every day. If you want to learn more or understand more about how I use this strategy in terms of seeing these trades that I actually take, that I place over in the Discord, and then I go back and break them down, this is where you may want to become part of that private community that I talked about. This is a membership program through YouTube. So every creator on YouTube has the opportunity to set up a membership base, okay, within their channel. So if you go to the homepage, my homepage, say for example here on the channel, you'll see a link there or a tab that says membership. If you click on that, you can directly join and become either an elite or an ultra elite supporter. But also the link is down in the description portion of the video. It's titled Elite and Ultra Elite Supporter Membership for those that are interested. So let's say you want to become an elite supporter to where you gain access to all my trade breakdowns where I'm walking you through setup after setup after setup, through a lot of video content, okay? This is where most people who are part of that community are understanding and learning the setups, understanding and learning the strategy, understanding and learning where to place their stop loss, their profit target areas, understanding market structure, understanding the trade setups in relation to price action, understanding everything they need to understand and know in relation to this strategy, okay? Now, I'm going to say this, that not everybody, I'm going to say, is going to be on the same learning path, and some people may not even get the strategy, because the fact is a lot of people come from areas in which they've learned so many different things, and then they get confused, all right? So the best thing to do is to have a clean slate, and that's why I love showing this really to beginners who are out there, and you don't have to be a beginner to know this. I'm just saying because they can pick up on something quicker without having been so involved in trying to learn a variety of different strategies from so many different places. Okay, sometimes you have to come to the table with a clean mind and a clean slate and start fresh. The strategy works, and to everyone who supports the channel, who's either an elite or an ultra elite supporter, I thank you for doing so. There are a lot of people who have learned this strategy and are profitable, doing very well, trading it. And this is where I lead to talking about the testimonial channel over on the Discord. That's where people who are understanding the strategy are leaving testimonials and showing that, in good faith, how the strategy has worked for them and showing proof in the pudding, in a sense, right? And I appreciate everyone who continues to do that. But it's a simple strategy that you and anyone out there who's watching this could learn if you just wrap your mind around the concept, which is very easy, but also spending time, back testing and forward testing, because I cannot make a guarantee to anyone out there. I can only share with you what's been working for me and, what's been working for other people just as well. Okay. I've been doing this for many, many years now and haven't changed up my, strategy in terms of supply and demand because it works. It's just using the charts to, again, show you the direction and marking up your trades or your zones from there. So again, there's a link down in the description portion of the video for anyone that's interested. Let's say, for example, you want to become an elite supporter of the channel. What you receive, again, is all the trade breakdown videos, the video playlist, and a great video surrounding market structure. There are tons and tons of video trade breakdowns where I walk you through setup after setup, like I said. That's what's been helping people out. Now, if you want to take it one step up and become an ultra elite supporter, you can do so, and you receive everything I just mentioned, plus my live recorded trading session videos. That's where I record my sessions. And then what I do is I record it, and then make the recordings and post them to the ultra elite supporters. Okay, so you can actually go back and watch the video content, see me engage in the trade. I'm walking through top-down analysis. We're looking at different markets like the gold, the NASDAQ, and the ES, and I'm looking for setups. You can see me looking for setups, trying to find out. But I'm talking to you guys in reference to my mindset in relation to what I'm looking for in the charts. All right, so if you want to become an ultra elite, you can do so just as well. Very inexpensive to become an elite supporter, only for $6.99 a month. That's like 24 cents on a day. So very, very inexpensive. I don't have a trading course or mentorship program that I actually, where someone can that have to share, whatever the case is, because I just believe in sharing something that's very simplistic that people can understand. And by you guys supporting the channel, because that's what you're doing, I thank you for doing so just as well. Now, outside of that, that's really all I have. If you're not a current subscriber at this time, please sub by clicking the subscribe button down below. Make sure to turn your post notifications on by clicking that bell as soon as you do so that you do not miss any of the uploaded content here on the channel. And last but not least, if you found some value in today's video, please make sure to drop a like by clicking the thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see everyone in the next video.